Let's see how in the world can we integrate this. The integral from 0 to 1 over square root of 3, t squared minus 1 over t to the fourth power minus 1 dt. The trick right here is that the denominator can be factored. This right here, t to the fourth power minus 1, is the same as t squared minus 1 times t squared plus 1. The difference of two squares, okay? And guess what? On the numerator, luckily we also have t squared minus 1, so we can cancel them out, okay? So we can look at this integral as the integral from 0 to 1 over square root of 3. On the top, I have 1 left. So we have 1 over t squared plus 1 dt. And as usual, now we have to ask ourselves, the derivative of what will give you 1 over t squared plus 1? And the answer for that will be the inverse tangent. The inverse tangent will give you 1 over t squared plus 1 as the derivative. So this right here, the antiderivative of that will be the inverse tangent. And we are using t, so it will be the inverse tangent of t. And then we are going, t is from 0 to t is equal to 1 over square root of 3. And now let's just plug in numbers. The first one will be the inverse tangent of 1 over square root of 3. And then plug in 0, so we minus the inverse tangent of 0, just like that. Well, to do inverse tangent, you have to ask yourself, tangent of what angle will give you 1 over square root of 3? Well, for all the inverse trig functions, all the outcome stands for the angle. Let me show you guys on the side. I will call the answer to be theta. Theta is equal to that. Inverse tangent of 1 over square root of 3. And if I apply regular tangent on both sides, I can look at this equation as regular tangent of theta is equal to 1 over square root of 3. You see, that's what I mean by you have to ask yourself, tangent of what angle will give you 1 over square root of 3? And once you are looking at this equation, you can just think about the regular definition of tangent in the right triangle. We know tangent in the right triangle is the opposite side over the adjacent side. And based on this information, we can draw a right triangle to see what do we have. So let me just draw it like this. And I'll put the right angle here. I will put the angle theta to be here. The opposite side we know is 1, so I will label this as 1. The adjacent side is square root of 3, like that. The hypotenuse, it will be 2. This is what? This is a 30, 60, 90 special right triangle. And this is 1, that will be 30 degree. 30 degree, well in calculus we use radians. 30 degree is the same as pi over 6. In another word, the answer to this part, tangent of what angle will give you 1 over square root of 3? The answer for that is pi over 6. We just did that over there, right? That's the theta, and that's that. And you can just ask yourself, tangent of what will give you 0? And the answer for that will be 0, because tangent of 0 is 0. That means the inverse tangent of 0 is also 0. This is it. The answer is pi over 6. That's it.